Today we're going to look at business innovation with information technology. Now, we're all familiar with innovation with Apple or Google, but what about established companies? Now, we've been doing some research in this area and come up with some interesting findings. Professor Joe Peppard has joined me in the studio. Now, Joe, IT-enabled innovation, can it work in established companies?
Over the last number of years, I've been working with organisations that you might consider non-IT organisations in more established industries like pharmaceuticals, like insurance, like banking, public sector, retail, construction. Organisations in industries where IT is not considered as being core to what they do. The challenge that these organisations face is how do they marry emerging business opportunities with the technical capabilities of information technology. In most of these organisations, IT is seen as something that can support the execution of a strategy. In many ways, IT is seen as an enabler, not as something that can actually shape the essence of the strategy itself. By that I mean is shape the business model, shape the customer experience, provide opportunities for product and service innovation, and indeed provide opportunities to innovate the operations itself.
So this has got really quite big implications for the role of IT and the CIO.
In a lot of organisations, and indeed my research shows that most CIOs, for example, are not involved in the formulation of the organisation strategy, for example. The CIO typically is an order taker, and the key task as an order taker is to align the organisation's investment portfolio in information technology to the strategy of the organisation. With innovation, and particularly with innovation with information technology, the challenge for the CIO is actually to shape the strategy itself, to come up with opportunities for new strategies, whether they are around business model, so business model innovation, innovations around products, services, customer experience, innovations around the operations.
So if you were to give CIOs a wake-up call, a message of some opportunities, what would it be?
I think that the CIO is ideally positioned for identifying opportunity, particularly the game-changing opportunities. What my research has shown is that when we look at the ideas that typically come from within the business, those ideas tend to be more of an incremental nature. And that is not to denigrate them, we get some really great ideas, but the real game-changing ideas tend to come from within IT, from within the ranks of the kind of the senior IT leadership team. The challenge for the CIO is actually getting attention for these ideas. If I can maybe refer to a quote that's often attributed to Henry Ford, that if he had asked his customers what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. And that's the type of innovative ideas that often come from within the business itself. The more incremental in nature, kind of the faster horse variety, where the opportunity is there for the CIO to actually bring this game changer, this automobile.
That's a very powerful message to leave us with. Thank you very much, Joe.
Okay, thank you.